I'm Erin Summers here with Saints safety Tyrann Mathieu. Before we get into the start of training camp, how was the off-season this summer for you?
I had a great time. Spent a lot of time with the family, traveled a little bit, a few baseball tournaments, so I had a blast.
So you have some baseball players coming up?
Yeah, I think so. My youngest son, he's pretty good at it. He kind of broke my heart the other day when he told me he likes baseball more than football, so I'm going to hold out on him and give him some time to think about it.
You've been doing a lot of events in the community. You've had your skills camp and then your back to school event. How much fun has it been for you to get reacclimated to being back here and get back to where you started?
Yeah, it's been a blast. I think years in the past, it was always me kind of checking in, for a weekend. I think with me kind of living here full time now, it obviously makes it easier, but, way more present, with the kids. I think a lot of them are Saints fans, so, they're expecting, a lot of big things from me personally and the team. And so it's just good to be around them.
What's your favorite part about training camp getting started?
If I had to be honest, it's probably the watermelons after practice. They're pretty good, they're juicy, you know what I mean? Then it's hot outside too, but I think just really, bringing around your teammates all day, getting to know those guys more, getting to know your coaches more, hanging out, breakfast, lunch, dinner, so kind of get the whole thing.
This is going into year 2 for you with the Saints. What are some of the things that you're trying to accomplish?
Well, I definitely want to get off to a much faster start this season. Definitely feel more comfortable, with myself and my teammates and the scheme. It's really just about, putting my hand in the pile, trying to be a better player than I was last time around.
You mentioned the fast start as a defense, got off to a kind of a slow start last year, but really effective in the last part of this season. How do you use this time right now to make sure that you get off to a better start this season?
Well, I thought we did a good job, in the spring, with a lot of guys showing up, being present, holding ourselves accountable. Felt like we made some good progress. Obviously, we got a couple new coaches on the defensive side. I think this camp is just all about kind of putting all that together and seeing where we're at. But, I like where we're at. I like the players that we have.
What kind of work did you put in during the offseason? You mentioned the spring, but in order to get to that point?
Yeah, going into year 11, I played a lot of football. I think for me it's all about kind of maintaining that strength and then just getting your body, in the optimal position to kind of do, what you needed to do. So, it's a lot of different things I do, but I think most of all just kind of trying to maintain your strength and then just making sure you're where you need to be when it starts off.
What are some of your goals for training camp?
Just to get better, every day. Whether it be with the scheme, communication with my teammates, and then too, I think, just forcing turnovers. You want to get your hands on a lot of balls, so that way you kind of build that confidence, that momentum, going into the season.
Being a veteran in the locker room, knowing this area, how are you helping out some of the younger guys that are coming along?
I think a lot of them, they ask me a lot of different questions. I kind of keep it simple for those guys. When I first came into the league, I just try to, keep my focus on football, keep that commitment. And so if they can do that, I'm pretty sure those guys will have a really decent career.
Talking to Cam Jordan every time, he brings up the fact that he wants to get to the Super Bowl this season. What do you think the expectations are for this team? How do you get there?
Well, I think that's a realistic goal for us. I think if you look at our team and the kind of players that we have, we have a lot of guys on our roster that are capable of kind of helping us get there. We got a lot of great coaches too, but having played in 2 Super Bowls, it's a lot of work that goes into that. So if we could kind of stay committed to each other, to the work, and kind of, block out distractions, and obviously stay healthy, I think we got a pretty good chance.
How much are you looking forward to Game 1 in the Superdome?
I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, we kind of got off to a slow start last year, and I think we finished, defensively how we wanted to, and so we just want to come out, to that same beat, this time around.
All right. Well, we're definitely looking forward to it. Glad that training camp is underway here. Thank you so much for joining us.